the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and our Kings. We're here, Ben Shalom. Ben, you've had a few landmark moments in the sport in a short period of time, but this Saturday is another. You're bringing boxing back to terrestrial TV, huge audience, and an opportunity for these fighters to use it as a launch pad onto bigger and better things.
Yeah, it is a big moment, one that I don't know if I knew was definitely going to come. But yeah, it's a landmark moment. It's a landmark moment for boxing, but it's a landmark moment for boxing. Like, people can downplay this, but boxing needs the biggest platforms involved, and sometimes it's been seen as a murky sort of world of boxing, and perhaps for the past 20 years that's why it's not been on the BBC. And timing is everything in life, in sport, in boxing in particular, and the timing was good for both of us. We now have the opportunity to build the sport. We now have the opportunity to develop household names. We now have the opportunity to put the boxing, on back pages and front pages, and that's the opportunity that we have.
Was that the sort of key thing for you? Because we always talk about boxing being a working man sport. You start from nothing, hopefully get everything financially secure, but this really does go into every single household. Is that one of them things where you go, you know what, we have a huge opportunity here?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest, we're still getting used to the platform and the size of it. BBC is a myriad of networks. You've got the radio shows and all the different websites and the digital and the different networks and the iPlayer. And it's unbelievable once you once you see the size of it. It's the biggest platform in the country by bar none, biggest media platform bar none, and we've got the opportunity to plug boxing into that. And so we're just getting it now, and we're just seeing how powerful everything can be, and we're going to make we'll maximise that, and we'll be able to use that to build the sport of boxing.
Well, it is step by step, but you're kicking it off with a British heavyweight title fight, which had headlined many a show, no matter what platform it was on, and you've two guys there who know what's at stake as well in terms of the importance of moving on to the next level. Frazer's had a bit of a taste of it. You look back to the first Fabio fight. I mean, you're going to see many fights better than that for drama, entertainment, skill, and everything. And that what happened in the second fight can happen to anyone, as proof with a Joshua Dubois. And you look at all these fights down history, and TKV has had the fight with Adelaide, and he's now going, I want to get back. These two are coming together, and it's hit a bit of a melting point as well. They've clashed a little bit as well on the way, tiny bit of drama, which always helps. It's a good way to start.
The best way, I think. To be honest, I've been with both of these guys since debut, and they've had different routes to get here. They both feel they should have become a British champion already, particularly Jeamie this year. But I think it's just the pressure. I think you work your whole life to get to this moment. Jeamie and Frazer, and they've got another man standing in the way. Do I think it's that personal? Probably not, but I think it's the pressure, the anxiety of what's at stake. It's on the national broadcaster. There's nowhere to hide. This goes well, your career really explodes. It doesn't, people are going to remember it, and that's the pressure that's on. It's a British heavyweight title, and they know the big fights to come as well.
When you look at both these fighters, I referenced it to them both. I think they're very good at almost nullifying an opponent. Frazer's travelled around the world with his amateur career. We saw what Jeamie did with an explosive puncher like Adelaide. Is this fight about who's willing to take that risk? They both say this ends in a knockout, but who's going to make that commitment to say, no, I'm going to drag you into this?
I think they're both going to take that risk. I think we're going to see a great fight. I think both guys are there to provide the entertainment that we want to see. Jeamie is pent up. You've seen it all week. He's been back and forth, and there's a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Frazer has been someone that we're very close to and we've looked after, and equally we've looked after Jeamie, but it's had to be a different route. They're both from different backgrounds, different level of profile. Jeamie's coming in to Frazer's hometown, really, and there's a chip on his shoulder, but I like that. He's had to work extremely hard to get here. He got absolutely done over on April the 5th this year, absolute scandalous, and the biggest punishment the board could give was a rematch that he had no obligation to take, and he moved on, left Jeamie TKV with nothing. You know, he should have been the British champion. So now you know, there is a chip on his shoulder, and Frazer's got to be very careful. He's going in with a very dangerous fighter, one fighter that's extremely underrated in British boxing, one fighter that's extremely well schooled, had a great amateur career as well. So it's going to be a great fight. And may the best man win.
I want to ask you, Martin Bakole, where are we at with him? I saw something on Instagram, Billy Nelson coming off, promised the world, deliver nothing. What are your comments in relation to Martin, and is there an opportunity to get him on one of these cards soon?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what Billy's on about. We got him to IBF final eliminator. They begged to go in with Joseph Parker on 24 hours notice. We got him life-changing money for that. I then get him the FA Jibe fight on the same amount of money. Whatever happened, I'm not putting it down to him. Didn't come in the best shape, if we're completely honest.
I think he was open and the team were open
and we were very upset about that. He then got offered to fight Hrgovic in August, and for whatever reason wasn't in a position to take that. And I'm not putting it down to Martin, but we have offered an opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I want to see Martin Bakole fit and ready and in the gym. And so does Turkey, and so does everyone, because he's a phenomenal fighter. But he's not shown that in his last couple of fights, and he's not shown that by being ready to take the opportunities that he has been offered. I have to be honest, and he has to show that now. It's all right saying that I do believe he's one of the most talented heavyweights in the world, but if you're not going to take it, and you're not going to die for it, and you're not going to do absolutely everything like the other heavyweights do, then talent's not worth that. So I hope he'll be out in January or February, and he'll be ready to go in a big fight, because as I say, we've done a lot, and so is Saudi Arabia, but it gets and Turkey, but it gets to the point where they're like, come on, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I hope we have something to announce very soon.
Let me ask you about one of the most promising talents, and the guy who does take every opportunity, Callum Simpson, someone who I've seen over the past few years up close and doing his thing, and European champion, and he's had that acid test again. He went into the fight with Zucco, big puncher, and I think many people just overlooked him maybe because of the run that Callum was on, but he climbed off the deck and, you know, by hook or by crook got the victory, and he's now headlining in Leeds. He sold, by all accounts, a decent amount of tickets to kick it off. Stadium fights, I'm sure the Leeds will do good numbers as well, and it's a great fight with Troy Williamson. This really is that one as well. Troy's coming off a good win. It's not a Troy Williamson that people wrote off years ago because boxing's fickle. It's an informed Troy. It's a good fight.
It's a great fight. I think a lot of people raised eyebrows at the risk that Callum's taking. Troy, a lot of people tipping him for the win. I think Callum's been in here before. Big home support. Leeds Arena is an arena that I'm so excited to go and promote in. I've been there before as a fan. I've never managed to promote there, so I cannot wait, especially for a full house, for a Christmas special like that on December 20th. It's going to be phenomenal. But Callum is just seems to rise to the occasion every single time. I expect him to do the same on December 20th. I expect him to put in a really big performance, and we'll keep guiding him right to the top, because he has the temperament, he has the talent, he has absolutely everything that a champion needs, and a very, very popular one in that. Perfect for the BBC, perfect opportunity for him to headline shows, and hopefully we'll be back at Oakwell next season as well.
There's the last quick couple. When you look at someone like Callum and the platform you're on now, a lot of boxers, you know, a lot of them say, especially when you see them maybe get into trouble outside there and they go, well, no one asked for this role model status, no one asked for this, that and the other. But Callum seems to be that guy. I mean, he's at every event networking, he's giving back, whether it's speaking to every fan that he meets, he stops for everyone. He's that man of the people kind of character, like your bygones of your Ricky Hattons, and I'd say like a Josh Warrington, you know, the men of the people. Is he the kind of character you look at and go, you know what, people are on about opportunities and chances? He's the sort of guy that you follow.
He's the sort of guy you want to give opportunities for. He's a proper person, he's an honest person. There's not many of them in boxing, and he wants to be that guy. You know, life's very short. Why not use your platform to inspire others? Why not put everything in? He is an inspiration to everyone that meets him and everyone around him, and he's worked for everything that he's got. He really has. Never been given anything, had to come up the hard way, and now headlines back to back to back to back. This is his fourth fight this year. He's a guy that has a huge army family behind him, and he's the perfect person, of course, for a national broadcaster, but equally, for boxing. Callum Simpson is a shining light, and look, he's got a big night on December 20th.
I've got a last one. I've got to ask you this. So I watch TalkSport all the time. I see you, Simon. We know what the game is. Everyone tries to throw stuff in every now and again, and everyone's obviously keen to talk about yourself and Eubank Jr., the relationship there. I know you want to work with him maybe again down the line, and we're not going to go into the things that Chris has, what you were saying what was wrong with Chris, but have there been any more discussions with him to say, look, once things are right, let's talk? Because there's still big fights there for him. Maybe not at that weight, but he's proven his marketability.
He's made it clear he'll be fighting. He's made it clear he wasn't right on the night. We all saw that. We can all read into that in different ways. Fighters can't always be 100%. It was a bittersweet pill to swallow for him. It really was, losing to his rival in the way that he did. But he needs to come back, and he needs to be 100%, and he needs to be at the right weight. He will be back. As you said, possibly the biggest star in British boxing at the moment. Every fight that he puts in and is on is a box office, not because of his opponent, but because of him, and that will continue. But he needs some time to really get himself 100%.
Absolutely. Ben Shalom, appreciate your time, and we'll be here on Fight Night. Thank you.
Man. Cheers. Thank you.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.